What is going on, guys? We are back with another rebuild, and guess what? We're doing the Dolphins. I know, they probably don't need to be rebuilt, but a lot of you guys actually throughout the year have really wanted me to rebuild them. At least in Madden terms, they actually really do need to be rebuilt. I kind of came into this thinking about their real-life team, thinking, hey, they're playing pretty well, but honestly, roster-wise, they're not looking too hot. Yeah, this is actually going to be really tough. We're good at wide receiver, luckily. I don't even know if we're going to even grab someone new, unless someone's a lot more expensive than I thought. Tight end's an issue. Offensive line, we got a couple of young guys there. I like that. Quarterback, no thank you. Sorry, Ryan Tannehill. I am not feeling it. Sue, I like him as a player, but he's very expensive. I like him as a player as in he's good, not as a person. He's a piece of shit. This team has a lot of issues, so we're going to have to dig deep, honestly. What? What is this? No. So we trade Brandon Albert, a first round, and Terrence Knighton for Joey Bosa. We need some pass rush because we may or may not be getting rid of Cameron Wake, and by may or may not, I mean 100%. We now have the best DTs in the league. Will Hill, Eugene Monroe, and a third round for Aaron Donald. It's really tempting to want to keep Cameron Wake here, but 34 years old in Madden's terms is way too damn much money, so we are going to have to get rid of him. We might just rock with some random at right end. Deion Jordan is just too much of a bust. So here we do trade Mario Williams, who I shifted a DT to see if he was more valued, which he was, and a 6th round this year for Sua Cravens, which is going to be our starting middle linebacker. I believe him to be a rookie, unless I'm somehow way off, which would be crazy. So we have our rookie middle linebacker. Of course, Kiko's going to play the outside. We have a couple other guys here that probably should make a shift. So we trade Cameron Wake, Byron Maxwell, and Bakari Rambo for the Browns' first round this year, and Joel Bitonio, one of my favorite players. So here we give away a whopping 5th round, 7th round this year, and a 6th round next year for Cardale Jones. It was funny trading for some of these guys, or trying to trade for him. It kept saying, not very skilled, not very skilled. It's like, okay, calm down. I get it. They're not very skilled. Jesus. So now we have a rookie. Well, this guy sucks. Brandon Doughty, he's not great. I don't know why it seems so easy to trade for J.J. Watt, but Ian Williams, Ryan Tannehill, and Abdul Kudus, I believe his name is, for J.J. Watt. So we make this trade of all of our craps for Bryce Callahan, I believe? Bryce. I believe he's a quick development trait guy from the Bears at cornerback. So we trade Mike Pouncey, Alan Branch in a 2nd round this year for Clinton Dix. I was going to go for some sort of cornerback, but I couldn't get one because they just don't have great corners. Let's be honest, the Packers don't. And I'm a Packer fan, so I get to say these things, of course. We trade Sam Young and Paysinger for a 1st round draft pick from the Bengals this year. We trade John Phillips, I believe his name is, and a 2nd round next year for the Browns, or the Niners' 1st round this year. We trade Luis Vasquez and a 4th round next year for Sheed from the Seahawks. So we just need one more cornerback that isn't completely garbage, even though our corners are completely garbage, ironically. Here we trade Lippett, Nick Williams, and Fede for Jack Conklin, one of my favorite players to trade for. Our team is very thin. We're good at certain spots. We're kind of like the Packers when it comes to the DBs. Linebackers, we're kind of like the Packers in the fact that we're shit. Defensive line, though, we're like Jesus Christ reincarnated. That's absolutely insane. Wide receivers, tight end, we're kind of like the Saints-ish a little bit. Running back, we're like the Dolphins. And quarterback, we're like... I don't even think there's a team with this bad of a quarterback in real life. Maybe the Texans, I guess? The Texans, I guess, would be the team. So we have our starting lineup. It's looking a little shaky. The offensive line is without a doubt upgraded. The quarterback position, like I said, downgraded for sure. Wide receivers, exactly the same. Tight end upgraded because of the injuries. Linebackers, about even. Obviously, it's just going to be basically the injuries being off. Safeties upgraded. Cornerbacks, just a little bit worse than normal. And then, of course, the fucking defensive line is absolutely outstanding. The real big thing I think we're basing our team off of is this draft coming up here. We have 3 first-round draft picks that obviously could turn into 4 or 5 in this single season. We are going to go to the regular season, however, and hopefully see some sort of potential quarterback. I don't know. Cardale Jones could play very well for all we know. 65 overall quarterback. Usually don't have the tendency to do that, but he's got a little bit around him. I would say we're definitely going into the year worse than the Dolphins in real life, who actually did pretty well considering. So we are 1-1. Don't get too worried, though, because the second game we had there was against the Patriots. We actually won our first game. I don't remember exactly what the score was. We have negotiations. A few players that are important. No one that we just got, though, off of a trade, which is usually something that's not happening. It looks like Kenny Stills probably won't be with us for another year. I don't know what his normal development, normal. All these guys have normal. Jordan, you would think, would have had quick by now. So let's take a look at what we're doing here. And Cardale Jones actually did decently, I guess. Rushing was all right. Really the issue was just the lack of touchdowns. Not even a single receiver over 1,000 yards, which is pretty rough. Offensive line did not do well. Sacks, how well did we do? Not like super great. With this dominant of a force on the D-line, we should be destroying it. Sua Cravens. I don't know if he's going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year or not. Andrew Franks did really well. He should be Kicker of the Year. Probably won't be. I don't know if we'll even get any awards. I think, however, we did actually get Offensive Rookie of the Year with Cardale. 26th offense, 11th defense. I mean, we're kind of there. Do we even have anyone on this list? I don't believe so. That's rough. Yeah, there's no one there. Dolphins, we had Kiko, and that's it, apparently. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Cardale Jones. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Sua Cravens. Nice. That's really solid, especially for Sua. I really don't care too much about Cardale Jones because I don't know if we're even going to have him starting next year. Let's see what the XP is looking like. Okay, so Cardale seems to have a lot. Hopefully Sua has like 60K or something like that. Sua's only got 36. All right. So the Super Bowl did involve the Patriots and the Falcons, which is very doable in real life. Who won this thing? Of course, the Patriots. No one can deny it. Absolute destruction. Tom Brady killed it. No point in looking at the stats, though, because Tom Brady's retired. Jordan Cameron, I wish his development trade was better, but I think he's good enough to get back. Of course, he's going to try free agency. $8 million, so we're definitely, if we want him back, we had John Asamoah all year. God damn, that sucks. Kenny Stills, what's his development trait? Normal. See you later, pal. Bryce Callahan, we will re-sign. Please be good enough. Glad we got the deal done. Sheed is wanting a 1 year, and it's really expensive. No, thank you. I don't know if we should go with Kiko. I really don't. So we really didn't sign anyone other than Brandon Watts after I left you guys off. So we're going to have some guys that we need to potentially re-sign here in free agency or some new guys to get. It's really mostly backups. The tight end position is an issue. I don't want Bennett. He's well overpaid. What's the development trait? Normal. He is not worth having. Ian Williams. Kiko Alonso is getting a lot of offers on him, which is interesting. Actually, very interesting. We're going to be able to sneak away with him for very cheap. That's a decent offer, Willie Snead. We need a wide receiver as well. Swearinger. 112. Look at the Redskins overpaying. That's why their team's going to suck. Wow. So Cameron and Gabriel did sign with us, which is really nice because we got Cameron for a huge steal in comparison to what we were about to pay. I'll do the rest of the free agents on my own. Let's take a look at the combine numbers, though. The big position we have... Oh, there's a... Well, I guess free fair strong safeties get very high combine grades all the time. We do now have a need for linebacker of coverage. These guys are all pass rushers. Let's just take a look at him anyways. God, he looks good. D4 pass rusher again. Don't know why I'm spending the XP on that. Second round talent. No. Might have to go with some sort of middle linebacker. Prototype. Ooh, he's looking good. Sua Cravens could play right outside linebacker. Because, I don't know, it's just the middle linebacker position gets a lot of credit and all that. So, if we're going to try to, like, make a linebacker good, whether we're trying to play him at middle or not. Definitely need to start him at middle linebacker their rookie year. Offer rejected by Cordero. I mean, I lowballed him, but nobody wanted him, so I was just like, screw it. Put him at backup running back for cheap. But, of course, he did not take that offer. Honestly, I have no idea where I'm going to go with this draft, so this is going to be tough. I know we want the middle linebacker for sure, so whenever he's projected, if we have a decent pick around that, we will take it. Corey Dahlman is a surefire difference maker with huge upside. Just sucks having potential really good picks, exactly number 1 and number 2, and we don't have a clear-cut number 1 or 2 player in this draft. Like, this quarterback's decent. Oh, he's fast as hell. Oh, shit. We're going to take this guy, actually. Quick development trait, but he's really solid. Yeah, he's really good. We drafted him at number 1. He's supposed to go number 4. I can't be mad with that pick. So either way, you can't go wrong with these picks. Bears are probably the better choice. Screw it, we're going to take him. Essex, quick development trait. Was supposed to go number 2. A really solid player, but another quick development trait guy that you would think would have superstar. So a little confusing, but it's all right. The cornerback goes to the Buccaneers, so that's a good team to take a look at later. We'll have to, take a look at all the quarterbacks. Slow development trait. He's a decent player. Slow development trait, though. I thought with 24 years of age and decent stats, he would have superstar. Doesn't look like the best talent in the world. Does have superstar development trait. A terrible player, but superstar development trait. So very weird, just terrible. I don't know. I didn't expect him to be that bad, but 68 overall superstar development trait. That's interesting. A pretty terrible trade for us, but Cardale Jones in a 3rd round next year for the Bears, 2nd round this year. So we trade Sue in a 7th round this year for Kawan Short, who is just a lot younger and a lot cheaper. And for our final move, we trade our 2 second rounds and a next year 6th round for the Jaguars' 1st round pick this year, giving us 3 first round draft picks for the season. This is the roster we are going to be using for the year. Like I said, one of our worst rosters by the start of the 2nd year, without a doubt. The Dolphins, their roster wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Honestly, they have a lot of age, and really, they're just playing well. I don't know if it's just the coaching staff or whatnot, but, Madden terms, their team really isn't that great. But hopefully, this defense can hold up the offense, because I would say the defense is quite a bit better, just because there's no real superstar on offense other than potentially this new quarterback and Landry. And then on defense, we have a lot of superstars all over the field. So hopefully we can maybe make the playoffs this season. So we're into Week 17. I honestly don't know if we're going to make the playoffs. Our team this year was honestly worse than last year, other than quarterback. So it really comes down to that rookie, and he gets us to the playoffs at 9-7. It is better than nothing. Patriots really falling off big time too. Did the Jets play badly? I think we traded for their pick. I hope we did. We went Jaguars instead. Our quarterback, he actually played really well. What did it say his rankings were? 24th and 8th. Okay, I thought for some reason he had a 31 stat. Yards kind of just tells you how many, how the league's turned into a passing league. Rushing, he keeps getting better yards, but his touchdowns really aren't going up. Kayak actually ran the ball quite a bit. Receiving, still not a player over 1,000. Got to be pretty happy with the way Cameron played. Jarvis did get 10 touchdowns, 17 sacks. But other than that, we actually played really well compared to last year for sacks given up. Speaking of sacks taken in the butt, this is not looking good. I know we're in the right scheme. At least I'm pretty sure. So I need to take a look at that in case we aren't. I would assume the middle linebacker of ours did get the defensive rookie of the year. At least hopefully the kicker did well again. So, pretty impressive for the young man. Andrew Franks is very solid. Most of our kickers are really poor. 9-7 playoffs, 14th offense. What is the defense? Number 1 in the NFL, so that makes a lot of sense that we made it. Did we have anyone even close? We did not there. Dolphins, 9th on our coach. I must say kicker. We got a bunch of Steelers awards. Yes, please. No, that is so bad when that happens. Best quarterback, 5th. Best running back, probably close. 10th, all right. Just lack of touchdowns, I guess. Best O-line, do we even have anyone on there? Lindsley. Best D-line, fuck's sake. We do not have a great team at all, guys. This is one of our worst, if not the worst teams we've built up after 1 year. Our kicker's 10th. I mean, we got one award. Luckily, it was the most important for the quarterback. So let's take a look at XP, see if we have anything. We have to go against the Patriots. Their team's better than ours, but our quarterback's better than theirs. 46k XP, which is good. Jajay is 28k. I don't know what his development trait is. Apparently not superstar. Okay, so, I mean, we're going to get a bit of development traits up, which is nice, but it's still rough that we didn't win more awards, especially the Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's always huge for me. So this is what the team is looking like. Kayak is like the only one with the +2. I don't even know what that means. I think they're just playing well. The D-line is looking ferocious as ever. Cornerbacks don't upgrade one bit. Safeties don't upgrade one bit. The linebacker, just the middle linebacker upgrades a little bit. Let's see. Offense, was there anyone that upgraded? Cameron went from an 82 to 86. Landry from an 88 to a 90. Jajay from an 82 to 84. And then obviously Kayak from an 80 to an 87. Technically he's an 85, but he got the boost. I don't expect to win this game at all, but hey, there's been plenty of times where I expect to dominate someone and we don't. 85 to 85, so we have a chance. I mean, the overalls say that we have a chance. Not to mention, I don't know if it updated, so we might be even better. Who knows? 9-7 versus 9-7, so we have a shot regardless of what the history has told us. And we finished the drive with a touchdown, up by 10. But the Patriots are clutching it down the field. 3rd and 4. It is a fumble recovered by Kawan Short. That is the game, I believe. I mean, it is the Patriots. Never give up. Yep, we won. Absolute dominance in the 4th quarter. They show they can get down the field a bit, but our defense is the #1 defense for a reason. That's all it takes when your defense can force turnovers like that. And I believe there's finally a rookie quarterback on our team that isn't left-handed and blonde-haired. Which is nothing wrong with it, but it's just a little weirdy, eh? Come on. Garoppolo definitely outperformed our guy. Our guy didn't throw an interception, though, which, you know, makes him look a lot better. Completion percentage, though, 78% to 53%. That is pretty spectacular. It helps a lot when you could rely on a run game such as ours, which really was dominant. They fumbled twice, which is huge for them. Devontae Parker did all right. Edelman did very well for them. Cameron did pretty well. Just a team effort. Defensively, Essex did very well. Joey Bosa had a sack, or 2 sacks, and tag team sack there for them. And Darren Baker, the rookie, got a pick. Franks, of course, makes his field goal. Nothing really too spectacular. Just 4th quarter, we came alive. And we're still in it. We're still in the playoffs. So we have the divisional game here against God knows who. I have no clue who our opponent is going to be, but I am happy we got the win. What is our overall? We are a 85 overall, just like it said. 85 offense, 93 defense. I could see that 100%. We are on to the divisional game, which is very shitty because the Jaguars are 13-3. Instead of the Jets pick, we did decide to go for the Jaguars pick. So we know for a fact one of our picks is not great. They are an 82 overall team to our 87 overall, which is, I mean, it's pretty good. But overall, the Jaguars roster, I would say, is probably a little bit better than ours. We've won Super Bowls with teams that are 9-7. This team's not the greatest, but it does feature a pretty solid defense, especially with Chris Harris Jr., so we still have a chance, especially with Kayak, who's done very well, but not a lot of you guys even made it to this point. But if you have, and you want to share what you think, who do you think is going to win in the, what is it called, the wild card round this week in the NFL? 0-0 score for us. I personally think Raiders over the Texans. I think a lot of people think that. Great game for us so far. Speaking of, ooh, they're making the comeback. I think the Seahawks over the Lions, although I wouldn't be shocked if the Lions did win Ooh, this is a close game. Speaking of, ooh, please get the score. I'd say the Steelers over the Dolphins. Once again, wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins win because for some reason they're just good. I don't know. On fourth down, Blake Bortles delivers a 37-yard touchdown in the fourth quarter. Great start here to Jordan Cameron. And then Giants-Packers. I say Packers just because I'm a Packer fan, but I could easily see the Giants just destroying us when it comes to defense. They have the great secondary they have, and they have the ability to blitz. So, Rodgers is going to be in some trouble. It really comes down to, can the Packers offensive line hold a non-blitzing Giants team? Because if they actually come with blitzes, that's dangerous for them. That's more dangerous for the Giants than it is the Packers. And man, look at this gunslinger battle in the fourth quarter here. Holy shit. Man, this is crazy. But when it comes down to it, Rodgers is good when he's getting blitzed. So really, you don't want to blitz. Kind of like the Eagles, I believe. Packers versus Eagles. The Eagles started to blitz a bit, and it just hurt them more than it helped them. And speaking about hurt them more than it helped them, this run game is going to win it for us. So we are now in the AFC Championship game, which is really nice. I wonder who we're going to go against. Potentially the Steelers. I believe they won a bunch of awards, which is a team I would not want to see here. Here, once again, KX just outstanding. Ajayi. I don't know. I really need to just figure it out. But Jarvis Landry did well. Martellus Bennett went to the, the Jaguars? Interesting. Beecham. Let's see. Okay. DeAndre Essex had a pick. Nice. Sua Cravens with a sack. No real defensive stuff. Our kicker did well. Dolphins. I don't think we showed that we didn't cheat, but honestly, at 9-7, holy crap! 4 L's in a row. We had a nice 4-win streak, so we're on a 6-win streak right now. Playoffs. Let's see what the Steelers were doing. Steelers close win of the Chiefs, very reasonable. And they had a bye week, so interesting. The Chiefs are a tough team, so they barely won. If they would have destroyed them, then I'd have little to no faith. Let's play this full game, see what we do. We're probably outranked this time in overall, 88-87. I mean, it's doable. This is a real-life matchup here. Of course, this is coming in the AFC Championship game and not the wild card like real life, but very similar situation, kinda. So we have a snow game, which is interesting. You would think the Steelers would be in a huge advantage here. I know our running game isn't too bad, but at the same time, the Steelers is much better. We seem to be able to do that, and overall, we've shown that our running game is great. Jay is just dominating. He is dominating. I don't know what that was. And it looks like we're going to go to the Super Bowl with this team. Whoa, okay. Let's calm down a little bit. Nah, Super Bowl time, boy. Super Bowl, second season with this team. I am so shocked. 9-7. Just one of those wild card teams, man. Low seed, and you still pull it out. Wait, were we a wild card? I mean, we're a wild card team, of course. But were we a non-division winner? I honestly don't remember if it was us or the Patriots that won. Our quarterback outperformed Big Ben, so that's pretty good. His completion percentage was a little bit better, but pick is huge. And Jay is really just coming into his own here. I guess getting a little bit better carrying and ball carrier vision helped him immensely. Look at the yardage for him overall. Definitely player of the week. Over 200 plus. That is ridiculous. Probably somewhere around 240, which is an insane number. Interception. Clinton Dix with the pick. Watt with 1.5. Sua Cravens with another sack. Man, this team's starting to come together here late. But hey, we're, for the most part, looking all right. Cardinals are not the worst team that we could have had to face here. So, don't get me wrong, they have a really good roster. But I think we could win this. So they're going to give us the home team technically. 87 to their 86. We beat the Steelers by a decent bit, to be honest. We finished the game driving all the way down the field. And we still won by 2 touchdowns, I think, or at least 2 possessions. Start of the fourth quarter at the 6-yard line. It's looking good for this Miami team. Gonna win this Super Bowl, it looks like, but you never know. Ooh, they're gonna have to punt it, so... Oh, 2nd and 6, penalty on the offense. Luckily, it wasn't something else. Ajayi, 4th and 1. That is a rough punt. I think in the Super Bowl, you gotta be a little gutsy in that situation. But of course, I was wrong overall, and we fumbled, I believe. So this game is far from over. What is this? Oh, I thought we were like safetied or something. Look at this, everyone. This. So we have just choked away in the Super Bowl. Luckily, our quarterback is pretty solid, running well, getting on the field. If you have to, don't call some crazy play, coach. Field goal is good enough, and that's apparently what you think. I was just kidding, pal. We're driving on the field decently. Can we finish this? This is looking good, man. 3rd and 8. Did he make it? He made the field goal. 10 seconds. 7. Super Bowl. Second year. It's just so much pressure is off of us when we take the Super Bowl. Second year with an average decent team. It just really comes down to, you need a quarterback, and the pass rush is just huge. It hurts a team so much when you can't run the ball much because you have that crazy D-line running after you. And then you're troubled as a passer. We already have great safeties, so basically they can help with the one-on-ones on the corners. There's really, the defense is really what held us up. It's a 95 overall defense for a reason. And Jay, he's just a monster. He's a manimal. That's good, though. We got the Super Bowl win. No touchdowns for our quarterback. Our quarterback kind of ate the bullet there, man. He bit the bullet. He didn't do well, but of course, our run game was solid. Still managed to fumble. Man, our quarterback actually did really porous. Back-to-back rebuilds, I believe, where our quarterback just shits the bed in the Super Bowl. But hey, the defense and the run game was able to fill it out for us. Blocking, what about defensively? Calais went alive there. He came alive. Just tons of sacks here. Just, what is that? 5? 6? 5? That's 5 sacks. I'm great at math. Essex did very well. Colvin got a pick. He's a budget beast, I think. Franks. Oh, my God. Worst team ever. That's the most field goals I've ever seen. I don't know what the record is in a Super Bowl, but that's got to be close. 7 for 7 in the Super Bowl. The greatest kicker we've ever had in rebuilds, and he's straight up from the Dolphins. That's crazy. We win the Super Bowl, we do at least another season. But in this scenario, was it fluky? I want to do at least another year. And then if we win a Super Bowl there, then 100% we're done. The rebuild's done. There's nothing more I could do. We've proved it wasn't fluky. It was all skill. But 9-7 Super Bowl, that's insane. I'm going to show you guys that we didn't cheat. I guess to be fair, you already seen a couple of them. We didn't force win or any of that. Playoff schedule. It's so awesome just knowing you didn't cheat. Okay, that was the wild card. 1 game played, force win of none. 1 game played, no force win. 1 game played, no force win. And then an epic Super Bowl. That was a really damn good Super Bowl, to be honest, to watch the Cardinals come back. And then our quarterback had to clutch. Well, he really wasn't the quarterback that clutched it. The running game was what clutched it. So I have no idea what the hell happened. I'm assuming we just re-signed all these guys on our own. Oh, man. The fucking rebuild might be over. I'm so glad we got the Super Bowl done and won, because I guess I must have made a mistake and just simmed it. But if you look at these fucking numbers, look at what we paid them. 120 points for all these guys. Why do we even need a kicker? Did we not re-sign the guy that won us the Super Bowl? Look how much we paid him. Are you serious? We're going to pay him almost 10 mil a year? Suck a dick. We paid him more than Clinton fucking Dix. Oh my God. Odell Beckham. Lindsley is, oh my God. Okay, Conklin. I would pay a noon one for 1 year of decent service. I would pay him 7 fucking mil a year. Okay, I'm gonna reword this. Last season in this rebuild, we seen the Redskins pay 114 points for 2 guys. That's the most I've ever seen. I've never seen more than 1 player like that on a team in a single season. We did that for 6 players. I don't know what the hell EA... EA had a severe stroke. Oh, what is the speed? I mean, we don't care because we can't even pay that guy. This guy's really good, though. I can't risk him. I'm just going to take him. Normal development trade, of course. Normal, 78 overall. I'm glad we won the Super Bowl because I honestly view this rebuild as a failed rebuild. If it wasn't for that Super Bowl right there. Because EA completely just shafted us. Like, that was just the biggest shaft I've ever seen in my ass. Like, ever. Normally, I don't see it. That's the problem. Mid-first rounder, Jeromepkr, Warlock, whatever the hell his name was. So we would pay Untitled like 8 to 9 mil a year, and we would just get rid of our star wide receiver. Are we fucking serious? Thank God we won the Super Bowl, man. It's funny because he's probably making less than Untitled, which is going to put the icing on the cake. Landry, oh my lord. What's his salary? Superstar, he's so beast too. Good old EA contracts. Like, look at this shit. Less than fucking Untitled. EA, fix your stupid game. But what is EA doing? Like, I'm going to find a way to get shafted on a game that isn't, you know, even EA. Week 17, not going to make the playoffs one bit. Not even a chance we make the playoffs. We have a shitty roster because EA shafted us. It completely ruins the rebuild. There's nothing I could do. I'm sorry, guys. There's just nothing I can do. They signed these ridiculous deals to more than 5 or 6 players. We actually got a bye week? How are we 14-2? What is this? I don't know what this is. I honestly can't explain it. We have, I guess the move is just super D-line. I mean, don't get me wrong. We have a great defense. That has to be what it is. This quarterback is good. I can't deny that. But are we good enough? Like, we've built so much better than this of teams. And somehow, this is the team that does it. I don't, like, we were 18-2 on the season. How does this make any sense? What is this? And we lose 6-31 to the Colts. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. Let's take a look at the stats. I mean, our quarterback must have went off. He didn't really. He really didn't. I mean, good touchdowns to picks ratio. That's great. Jaguars, not really a ton of touchdowns. Kayak did very well, actually, to rush. No 1,000-yard receivers. I don't understand Untitled. What is his deal? Why is he even on the team? Sacks. Watt does very well. Donald Bosa. Okay, fair enough. Rashad Jones. Rashad did very well. Rashad with 5. Chris Harris with 5. Yeah, that's the only way we did well. Lots of defense. John Potter. Big surprise. Nowhere near as good as the kicker we did have. Coach of the year for our guy. It really comes down. In Madden, it comes down to SS1 best defensive player of the year. Same with Watt just about. It comes down to the record, but obviously in real life, that's not even close. Jimmy Garoppolo, best quarterback award. What the hell? O-lineman, D-lineman. I would assume we came close on DB. 2 guys close to DB. Kicker, obviously not. 89 to their 86. One of our worst rebuilds ever, but yet most successful. I don't understand any of this. I'm so confused. And somehow we got the ball back. I don't know if they fumbled. What's going on? Intercepted. What is going on? What is going on, man? I don't even want to know. All I know is we lost 14-20. Makes sense because the Raiders definitely have a better roster than ours. It's not even close. I think, at least. Although they have a terrible quarterback who is only threw for 84 yards. Kayak just blew it completely. Holy God! 7.5 a carry, 234 rushing yards. Interceptions. Chris Harris Jr. had one. Mac, of course, outperforms us. What is life? Of course, John Potter misses a field goal. Why wouldn't he miss a field goal? He is useless. Well, it says that they changed. 99 defense, 87 offense. I guess at the end of the day, I say I don't get it, but it makes sense. 99 defense with a decent offense early on in the rebuild. That's tough to beat. You don't need all your cornerbacks to be good, especially when you have great safeties, decent linebackers, and the best defensive line in football. I mean, this was a successful rebuild, 100%. It's just, it could have been longer. It could have definitely come out to maybe 3 Super Bowl wins. But anyways, I mean, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said before, I mean, if you want to try to get the likes over the number, whatever. If you want more rebuilds, they're coming. So just stick tight and don't fight. But yeah, hopefully you guys come back for next video. Weirdest outro ever. Weirdest video ever. Let's just chalk that one up. I guess if you want to speak of legit things, I have a GTA video that I could post soon. Potential NBA video. And I don't really think of anything else. So let me know if you guys want to see that or not. But hey, hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya! Also, YouTube, fix my damn RPM.